on your mat for your decompressing yoga poses. We'll start in a figure four. As you lay back and down, take your right ankle, cross it over your left thigh, flex your right toes into your right knee. I like to take my left hand and pull my right foot in closer as my left knee is assisting. And then I take my right hand and push the right knee forward. And as you're doing this, feel your right hip pull up to your right shoulder. You could just relax the bottom foot and we'll breathe here. Some people like to loop their hands together. You can take the right hand through the loop in your legs, and then the left hand, you can crunch up, interlace in front of your left knee and shin, or behind your left hamstring, pulling your left knee in, still feeling the right knee pushing forward. Allow yourself to always connect back to the breath. The breath is in the present moment, so when you're mentally wandering away somewhere else, it will start to just bring you back into what's happening right now. Breathe into sensation. Keep your right toes flexing in to keep supporting that right knee. Pull it in here, and then we'll switch into our whale tail twist, and take your right knee, stack it on top of your left knee as much as possible. If you want, you can still stay a little more of a figure four. We're going to crunch up and either grab onto the shins, ankles, or all the way to the feet for a moment. Pull the feet out to the side and down and stretch in the outside of the hips. This is also cow-faced reclined. You should really feel this in the outer hips and glutes. When we release this pose, we're going to keep the right knee in, so release the hands, drop the left foot down, take your right knee out to the right. Try to keep your right knee out to the right, and you're going to bring your right ankle directly over your right knee. Still move the right knee outside of your right armpit and rib cage. Take your right hand to the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Pull straight down and back. If you're like, you know, this is not, I have pretty open hips, this is not that intense right now, you want more, you can straighten the bottom leg as well, but try to keep the left toes flexing up. Breathe with this. If you want even more, you can take your peace fingers, grab your big right toe, and then you can extend your right leg out to the right. If you're like, nope. If you try it out and you're like, nope, you can always go back. You don't have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing if it's too intense for you. Stay with your breath to really communicate to your muscles, to your nervous system, that it's okay to relax into this. Otherwise, you're going to always be tense and holding up this armor and guard. Just try to soften with each one of those exhales. From here, we'll bring our head to our knee by bringing the right leg up. If it's really hard to straighten your right leg up to the ceiling, bend your left knee and drop your left foot down. Roll the ankle to loosen up the back of the leg a little bit more. And then from here, crawl up the back of your right leg and bend your elbows to bring your forehead towards your knee and breathe. Like last night, I touched my forehead to my knee, and today I'm not. It changes constantly, so don't get attached to the outcome. Just allow yourself to breathe with where your body's at today. If you need more, straighten out the left leg again. At least 3 to 5 breaths. And bring the knees in. We'll switch and do everything on the other side. So now we'll cross the left ankle over, toes flexed in. Take your right hand to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. As you pull it in, push your left knee forward. And really feel like if you weren't even holding the leg, actively really pull that right knee in to get that left hip, to get more of that sensation. And again, we're pulling the foot in, pushing the left knee away. As the left knee is pushing away, feel your left hip pulling up, even if it's just more energetically pulling up towards the left shoulder. You'll get that isometric hold with the left knee pushing forward and the left hip pulling up at the same time. If you'd like that variation when your hands interlace, go for it. But if you're going to do that, keep using your left elbow and like bend it and push it into the left knee to move it away from you. Breathe here. You may find one side of your body is tighter than the other. I have a lot of injuries on my right side, so that whole side of my body has always been really tight. It's pretty normal and it's totally fine. We're not perfectly symmetrical beings. Just do what you can, right? Do your best and know that the fact that you're practicing, you're way ahead of so many other people that don't take the time to ever stretch or ever to, you know, look within and take care of themselves on so many levels. The exhales, it's easier to soften and relax into the pose, so really always focus the exhales when you're trying to deepen into a pose. Still practicing that Ujjayi breath if you'd like. Unless you ever need to cool down, you can exhale through your mouth. Otherwise, we're breathing through the nose, making that ocean-like sound at the back of the throat. Next place we're going is our whale tail. So you're gonna cross the knees on top of each other and thighs. So like your legs literally look like a whale tail coming out of the water. Crunch up and grab onto the feet if you can, or ankles or shins. If it's too intense to take this variation, you can take it a little bit less, like if you can't fully wrap the legs, and you can just try to work in and grab up on your legs a little bit, and hopefully you'll still feel this. So if you needed to, you can also take like a figure 4 and rock it left and right, and just go for a different variation. Just always try to make it work for you, right? We're all in different bodies and different points in our practice and in our lives, so, and every practice is going to be different, so whatever is going to work best for you, I'm here just to guide and suggest, but, you know, play around with different variations so you can get the most out of your practice. The next pose is going to be head to knee. So we're going to drop our right foot down, straighten the left leg, roll the ankle, both directions, crunch up, crawl up the back of your leg, bend the elbows out, forehead towards your knee. If you need more, straighten the bottom leg with the toes flexed up, but make sure your heel can touch the ground. Breathe with it. And then we'll set up for a half happy baby. Move your left knee out to the left, bend your elbows, really try to stack your ankle over your knee and hold. This can be very intense. This may be all you need, and that's okay. Going deeper doesn't mean there's more yoga on the other side, right? It's just where you need to be with it. If you want, you can straighten the bottom leg, and you can also hook the peace fingers onto the big toe and straighten the top leg, but as long as the right toes still point up. If they start to rotate, then you're losing that integrity here of keeping this leg like it is. And then over time, if you can do this comfortably, you can do this standing too, so something to work towards. Bring both knees in, give yourself one more big hug, and then land into final shavasana. If your lower back is bothering, you can take a fallen bridge. Otherwise, open it up here. Close your eyes. Relax into it. You don't have to do anything. You chose to be here, so just be here. Relax. Stay at least for 5 minutes. If you can stay longer, go for it. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.